If you have a Toyota Yaris Cross like this one and you're in a sticky situation or an emergency where you need to tow the car or you need to find out how to inflate one of the tyres, then check out this video. Hi guys, welcome back to another one of my videos. My name is Ross and that is a 2025 Toyota Yaris Cross. This is the HEV version, so it's the hybrid electric vehicle. And in this video, I'm going to show you the locations of your jacking points, your towing eye, and your toolkit for emergency purposes. Now, because this is a hybrid vehicle, unfortunately, because they have the additional weight of the battery and the space taken in the boot with the motor and the inverter, they do tend to get rid of a spare wheel, which can leave some people stranded by the side of the road with no spare wheel to change over. But they do give you some tools to try and fix it roadside, but it's not going to always work. And I'm just going to step you through the process in this video. First off, I'm sorry if you are in that situation. It's never good to be at the side of the road, but hopefully we can get you mobile again. So all of the tools are found inside the boot. So we're going to go ahead and open that up. Now I've taken the parcel shelf off just to give some more space for the camera, but you're just going to take this part off here. Store that somewhere safe, and that exposes some of our tools, but not all of our tools, because over here on the right hand side there's a hidden compartment, and that actually is where our jack is found. All you're going to do is release that band, and that allows your jack to come out. Now, one tool I really feel is missing from this toolkit is a flat screwdriver, which you actually need to get into the compartment at the front. So I would recommend to actually put a flat screwdriver in here so that you've got it in case of emergency. So let me just talk you through what we've got here. We've got a jack, we've got a tyre iron, which is for getting wheel bolts off, which doubles up as a lever for the jack, and then this is the jacking arm. And then that is actually our towing eye, and I'll show you that right at the end of the video, because if all else fails and you need to be towed, this is what you're going to use. So instead of a spare tyre, we have two things down here. So we actually have a tyre repair kit. Now this will only tend to work on very small punctures, not on a blowout or anything like that. So I'm going to talk you through a bit of a process using your compressor here. So this is the compressor. It's nice and simple to use. It's just got a cable on it which goes to the cigarette lighter, and I'll point out where that is in a second. Obviously shouldn't be called it a cigarette lighter. It's a 12-volt auxiliary port, and on the other side it's got a pipe, and the pipe is used to connect to the tyre. So what I'll do is just go inside the car, just show you where that 12-volt accessory port is. It's just there right in the middle. You just flick that cover up, and that's what it's going to plug into. Unfortunately, this is a loan car that's about to be sold, so I can't actually undo the compressor to show you. But like I say, it's really simple to use. There's an on-off switch you can see just there, and it's got a gauge in the middle. So what you're going to do is put the electrical connection in there on the car, and then if we assume that this is the wheel that we've got our flat on, we're actually going to take off that cap there. Now, what I'd recommend you do is you use your pump to put some air back in the tyre, and if it holds some pressure, then your puncture repair kit's going to work. If it won't hold any pressure, then you're going to need to tow the car. But if it does hold some pressure, but it is going down and you can hear it going down, it's worth giving your puncture repair kit a try. And I'll show you how you do that. So it actually has two connections, one at the back here, so it's got the same sort of cap that you've got on your wheel, just there. So once you've pumped the wheel up and you know it's holding but it's leaking quickly, then you can actually put this pump onto the back here, and then you basically put this bit here onto the valve. So you screw it on like that, and then you put your pump on the other side, and then you basically pump it up and making sure all of this goes into the wheel as much as possible, because you want to get all of this liquid, and it's basically like an adhesive that goes in. But then as soon as you've done that, you've pumped it up, you need to get driving. So you need to get that wheel spinning so it gets the glue to all inside the wheel, and it can actually seal any hole. Making sure you always put your cap back on. Fix number two, if you're lucky enough to actually have a spare wheel either on you or your car came with one, then you can go ahead and change that. So what we're going to use is our tyre iron to go over there and then undo each one of the wheel bolts about quarter of a turn whilst the car is still on the floor. It's a lot easier to do than when it's in the air. So just quarter of a turn on each of these. So lefty loosey, righty tighty. You can put your foot on there just to get a bit more purchase, and you're going to undo each of those just quarter of a turn. Then there is These thicker sections under here, so where there's no plastic and there's a thicker bit of metal, those are your jacking points. So here's the rear one next to the rear wheel, and there is the front one next to the front wheel. So what you're going to do is just by hand get your jack all the way up so it's touching that thicker bit of metal. And when you're at that point, what we're going to do is we're going to get this hook there, put that through there, get your tyre iron and flip it over and loop that round, and now you've got yourself a nice lever. So obviously I'm doing this whilst filming, so it's a bit hard to do, but basically what you're going to do, have that hook through there and lift it all the way up. So you're going to keep going lefty loosey, righty tighty, so you're going to be going righty tighty on this to raise it up and lefty loosey to lower it down. So you'll get that all the way up to the top. Once the wheel is off the floor, you can actually undo the wheel bolts and take the wheel off and swap it for the spare one. When you've got your new one, you're just going to put it back on exactly the same way you took it off, do up the wheel nuts as far as you can by hand, and then using your tyre iron, tying it, going righty tighty, and then when it goes back onto the floor, when you've lowered this all the way back down, so you're going to use your lever rather than your hands like I am, when that's all the way back down onto the floor, you're then going to tighten these up even more. So just go on one, get your foot on there, get a little bit tighter, and then you're going to go across in a star pattern, go down, across in a star pattern, go down, across in a star pattern, go down, across in a star pattern, go down. And then once that's done, you should be able to drive on your new spare tyre safely to where you need to go, and then get that puncture fixed. So if both of those fail, then you're going to need to be towed. If you've got a friend in front of you, that's really handy, because you can just get this tow eye, take it out, come round to the front of the vehicle. Now this is why I said you need to have a flat screwdriver on you. Obviously you can use a spoon or a key or anything like that, but there's actually no easy way to get this off without something flat. Just going to pop that in and take that off. With that off, we can just do this all the way up. Then what you're going to do is with your screwdriver handle or one of the levers that you've got in the boot, you're just going to give that a nice tighten up to make sure it's super tight. It's not going to go anywhere. And then you go into the car, put the car in neutral, and now you can actually be towed. Now if you are getting towed, I do believe there's a low speed limit that you need to stick to, which is about 20 kilometers an hour, and that's just because the drive system on this car. So there you go, that's a bit of a video to try and help some people. Hopefully it did. If it did, please go ahead and give me the thumbs up, leave me a comment down below, check out some of my other videos and subscribe to my channel.